Oops.
Folks, Thursday night, welcome aboard. Cacophony is on tonight. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. If you are a returning guest, we'll see how they do tonight. We appreciate you coming in. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter. Take a look at our YouTube archive, which is what you're probably watching us on now. If you want to shoot the shit about D&D, join our Discord. If you want to actually play in a game or be on the talk show, this Saturday is a one shot. This Tuesday is Socium, so that's out. But if you want to join us, mhobo Inc., Twitter or Gmail, hit us up. We will try and get you on. We know we have at least one new participant this Saturday. As for sponsors, if you're in the mood for new math rocks, and who isn't, run on over to Twitter. Hit up at Pirate Dog Dice, see if they've got the time, the energy, the inclination to go ahead and make you some cool new math rocks. And of course, if your game stinks, unlike ours smells like success, check out Oddfish Games and over 60 different adventure sets, including, I think they've got Creeping Dungeon or something, which would be apropos tonight. They also make something called the Shine System, which helps new writers write much gooder than me. So check that out, oddfishgames.com. Tonight is Cacophony. Let's start with the introductions on who's going to be playing. David, you are up first. Who are you and who do you play?
Hi, I'm David, and tonight I'll be playing Zodar, the arcane trickster, blade singer, and rogue. So that's who I'll be playing tonight. But you can usually catch me on BTR on some Tuesdays, but definitely on the nights of the Socium Project. And also, I'm in the Calamity campaigns, both A-side and B-side. A-side, I play Ingve. B-side, I play Crow. So, yeah, in a nutshell, that's me. I'm just a murder hobo.
Nicely done. Next up, Carrie. Carrie, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
I am the C team player. I play.
Whatever.
I yes. So I play on the B side of Calamity,
Mhm.
and I play here on Cacophony. I play Camille, a wizard necromancer, who's been away from her coffee for far too long. There's no good coffee around anywhere.
No, I think we didn't we have Java or
We
something
had
like that
some
recently?
back in
Nathan.
Nathan. They had some there.
Right, I remember that, but
I think we got some Turkish coffee in the desert.
Turkish coffee, that's what we got. Yep.
There you go, folks. Those are our players. Cacophony is a two-person game. Also, if you want to buy cool shit like this shirt, phone case, beach towel, shit like that, check out our store, tinyurl.com/RPG swag. Okay, these guys have been everywhere and done damn near everything, almost. They have found themselves in the desert seeking an audience with the Pasha because, let's face it, they're several days behind their friend that they are pursuing, Mortimer J. Sneed. They have landed here in town, but have discovered, courtesy of the Grand Vizier, that no, the Pasha does not just meet everybody. He is currently trying to rebuild the empire. You're going to have to bring something to the table. The Vizier was somewhat helpful and pointed out that there are some tombs to the north along the coastline. And in these tombs is a special magic item that would certainly garner the attention of the Pasha, as well as other miscellaneous magic items that might prove fruitful for these guys when they go to the ruins of Katang,
Katang.
which is their main goal. They have been told that it will take 2.5 days to get to the coastline. Uh, Last week or last time, Zadar went through a kind of psychosis while they were trying to buy climbing gear. Fortunately, the psychosis is past. The
Yep.
climbing gear has been purchased, You guys are outside of Yield Adventurers Supply, and it is about 4 o'clock. I don't think you decided on whether or not you were going to go today or get some sleep or travel at night or what have you. So, as we begin, what are you going to do? Go right now, wait, travel at
I
night, da 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 da.
I think we need to get some rest, or at least Zadar does, because coming down off of this psychosis, I was fighting with the store mannequins, man.
That's fine.
How long do you want to rest?
How long do you think, Camille?
Uh, can you travel at night around there? Is it dangerous?
Well, you do know that it's right around a full moon. You've dealt with a lycanthrope, and there is a purple worm, aka the Great Traveler, traversing the desert. The latter
Right.
two offenders uh, should should be in your rearview mirror.
Okay.
We probably better wait till morning to go.
Yeah, probably. That would be the thing to do.
Wait till morning. It is. Both of you roll a d20.
Okay.
11.
17.
Nothing happens. You guys
Woo!
awake, refreshed, renewed, ready to go, ready to fight the world.
Yes.
You guys want to grab some breakfast and head on out?
Yep.
Yeah. Zadar will freshen up her appearance and be ready to go.
D20s, both of you.
20.
Ooh, 18.
Breakfast is good. No signs of anyone that you know.
This is good.
Yeah, this is good news. Let's get a morning beverage and get the hell out of here.
Now, a couple of things. Are you interested in retaining your room rights? If so, you will have to pay in advance
Okay.
or skip the room. I assume you're taking your mounts.
Yes, we're taking our mounts.
Well, how long is
Um,
this journey going to take?
2.5 days
Each
there
way?
each way.
Is it a weekday or a weekend that we're on?
Currently, it is a weekday.
Hmm.
might have a hard time trying to find a place when we get back.
See
Uh,
if there are any Margoo viewers. That's a question they should probably ask themselves.
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
always have my little hut that I can put up.
Okay.
So,
It's up to you
I
guys.
don't know. What do you think?
Uh
That's like a week's worth of room that we're paying for that we won't have.
right. Okay. We'll worry about it when we get in. We can always camp outside or something. So you got your hut.
Yep.
So
Fair enough. As you guys go out, perception checks.
17.
okay. For Zadar, that is 12, a whopping 12.
Camille, as you head out, you notice a caravan headed north. Zadar, as you leave, you turn around and you notice the captain of the watch is atop the walls, watching you intently.
Hmm. Should I wave? No. I'll garner Camille's attention and just say, yeah, we're being watched from the walls. So, yeah,
So, can we tell what like, do we recognize the caravan at all, or is just some,
Merchant caravan,
and they're going the direction we need to go?
yeah, we
apparently.
ought to see
Well,
if we can join in.
I agree.
Yep.
I
So
wave at the
we,
guard.
Aldraco waves to you. No hint of sarcasm,
Hail,
no
Satan.
hint of Yeah, no hint of anything. As you guys approach, who wants to do the talking to the caravan master?
Zadar better. Your
Okay.
persuasion's better than mine.
All right. I will hail the caravan master.
Okay, his name is I didn't give him a name. Mubasa,
Mubasa. Okay.
not Mufasa. Mubasa.
Mubasa with a B. Okay. So I will yeah, I will hail Mubasa and say, "Oh, travelers, it's just like might they be heading towards the cliffs, towards the coast."
We are headed to the area
The area.
uh, of Urbasa. It is my homeland.
And table talk, that's where we have to go, is that area, right?
Right.
Urbasa.
Urbasa is the small village outside of the cliffs.
Okay, that's perfect. Yes, and it's just like if we may, we'd like to join your caravan.
He appreciates your respectful attitude and says, by all means, there are usually no issues on this leg, but there is always safety in numbers. Feel free to place yourselves anywhere in the caravan. Now, you'll notice that this is an armed caravan, uh, lightly armed, I guess. It's not a military contingent, but there are enough big, beefy guards there that presumably can handle bandit attacks or
Trouble.
anything like that. Yeah. Mubasa is very friendly, very tall, very huge, tall. I choose the name Mumbasa because that is the name of Wilt Chamberlain in Conan the Destroyer. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
picture Wilt Chamberlain dressed in furs and a turban leading
Wow.
this caravan. Uh,
Okay.
there are
Should I talk in the Schwarzenegger accent? Mubasa. No.
there are 10 wagons, each pulled
Okay.
by two animals, oxen, llama, camels, etc. There are no horses in this caravan.
So is everyone riding on a wagon or are they walking?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Well,
Um,
There are a couple of guards on camels that will move front to back, a la Rawhide and the wagon train. The others just glance around.
okay.
Uh,
I guess we'll take our positions in the caravan. And where does Mubasa put us? In the middle, the end, or
he will first ask you why you're going to Urbasa.
uh I tell him we seek to explore the cliffs.
Hmm, the crypts,
The cliffs.
where the crypts are.
Right.
necromancer.
Very
Uh,
dangerous there.
that's what we heard. So,
My
yeah.
people tend to avoid that area.
Well, we'll we'll definitely make sure that yeah, nothing follows us back if we pass back through.
Assuming you make it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We
He
speak the same language, Mubasa.
yeah, he chit chats a while. Um, he's very down to earth for a caravan master. He speaks plainly. He does not mince words. He points out, you guys will learn that his people from Urbasa do not bury their people in those crypts. Those crypts have been unexplored for several decades. Rumors abound, ghosts, zombies, evil spirits, demons, things of that nature. He does not warn you off. It's not as though it's sacred ground to him. But he speaks quite plainly that it is dangerous. Um, he asks, is your purpose exploration or something else?
uh, Exploration and also to kind of seek favor from the Pasha in the city.
Ah, Yes, the Pasha. Uh, how does, if you don't mind me asking, how does one spelunk into crypts gain any favor at all with the Pasha?
I think we're doing a favor for the vizier who will put in a word for us. So
What does the vizier want?
um I can't remember, what does he want, Frank?
There is a magical item
Oh,
that
okay.
you will know it when you see it.
Okay. Uh I'll tell Mubasa any items that look important, the vizier will be interested in.
Well, certainly any of those items may also be cursed or not. It's
Well,
hard to
that's good
tell.
to know. That is very good to know.
The
So,
rumors about the magical holdings there are varied and untested.
um, has your village actually seen travelers come out of the crypts? I mean, what percentage that go in survive? Do any? Or
Some of the visitors to the crypts have survived. We have destroyed them.
Ah, awesome.
oh, they came back as that, correct?
Sure,
Okay, no. When you say destroy, I'm assuming,
I'm being intentionally vague.
yeah, undead perhaps or other.
Sure.
Okay. Or other. Okay, that rings in Zadar's head, or perhaps changed or something. So, okay, I get it. I'm saying this to myself. I'm not saying it to him.
All right.
So,
No, I'm
I,
being intentionally vague.
yeah, I'm taking it as, yeah, he may have dealt with some shapeshifters or something coming out of the crypts or something at some point.
So, are there any females in this caravan?
Sure.
I'd like to go find one and talk to her.
You mean besides us?
Right.
Um, Mubasa has a wife, associate, something next to him. She is so far not spoken. She is veiled.
Oh. Um, I ask him, is it alright if I speak with your companion?
Hmm. Fazir will answer any questions that you want. She is quite well versed in the lore.
Oh, very good. So I just ask her, what, I make small talk. Ask her about her life, what they're doing, blah, 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 blah.
She and Mubasa have been married for several years. They met each other on the caravan circuit, where she herself was a caravan mistress. Um, the union between the two has created quite an economic boon. She herself is not a former resident of Urbasa. She has been there multiple times. She has seen the legend. She has heard the lore. She has ventured towards the crypts, but she has never ventured inside. As she goes on, the heat of the sun is just broiling. She lifts her veil, and she is just a fucking stone cold fox. Charisma 20. Just
Nice.
first nat 20 of the night. She is just smoking hot. But like Mombasa, very down to earth, very direct. You can tell that her mind is constantly moving. Uh, so
I ask her if she needs a girlfriend.
my husband would not appreciate that.
Alright. I always strike out at love.
Hey, you never ask, you never know.
That's
I
true.
was about to say, yeah, have a girl. Oh, you meant girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys travel one complete day,
Mhm.
and you come to a small oasis. There's still daylight, but Mubasa has called a halt to the caravan. They've circled the wagons. They begin to make preparations. They're going down, grabbing uh, wine or water skins and urns of water, feeding the animals, making sure that they're cared for first. Another group is also making a fire pit in the center. Looks like it's camping time.
Okay.
I ask him if they would like help keeping watch.
Yes, the guards would be quite happy about that. I don't anticipate any problems, but that would be more than happy. Will you break bread with us?
Of course.
So as you sit around the fire, there's a lot of food, just an enormous amount of food, actually, and there everybody is sharing it. There's weavers, textile dealers, perfume and ointment dealers. There's a variety of merchants in this caravan. Everybody sitting around the fire, you don't have to roll. You understand that they treat each other as equals. Now, Mombasa may be running the show, uh, but he in no way lords over anybody. Everybody discusses, their daily business, routines, da 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 da. As night begins to fall, one of them finds out that you guys are going to Urbasa to visit the crypts. And let's see, he asks if you've heard of Kepcha.
Uh, yes, we have heard of Kepcha, but we're always
Looking for more
interested.
information.
Yes.
Uh, Mombasa smiles broadly because he knows what's coming. He's heard this story before.
Uh-huh.
So this one, Zeke, uh, he is a uh, textile dealer. He tells everybody to gather around. He has a story to tell. And you notice even the guards kind of step in between the caravan wagon because they either have not heard the story, are interested in the story, or have heard it and they liked it. Azik goes into a very Arabian Nights kind of story, and he tells about the bad king Kepcha and points out that Kepcha was not always a bad king. He actually was one of the last rulers of the Katang dynasty, and a lot of people feel that he may have gotten the ball rolling on the demise of the Katang. But he explains how he had holdings in Urbasa at one time, and when he was growing up, uh, because there were certain problems with the family, and they didn't want to. They wanted to make sure that Kepcha was okay. So Kepcha actually grew up in Urbasa under the tutelage of guides, viziers, trainers, etc. But they tried to give him a very humble upbringing, which made him a very good boy. When his father died and he became king, Kepcha continued to work with the way his father had worked, uh, and actually fell in love with a beautiful woman, and her name was Zinar. And when the two were very happy together, but Zinar had a secret, and you can tell there are a few kids in the group, and they start to get worried because this is where it gets scary. Zinar was actually one of the shapeshifters, whereas Kepcha was not. Uh, and Kepcha had grown up in the Northlands along the coast, and was not used to having lycanthropes around. He fell in love with Zanir before he knew. Um, After the discovery, his ruler style began to change, and a lot of problems started to bubble up to the surface. Zanir was always by his side, not like in a creepy, Klingon way, but as a devoted wife. Uh, but Kepcha was noticeably changing in the palace at Katang. Um, and slavery was always an acceptable practice in Katang, but it seemed to take an ugly turn There was a lot of foreign warfare going on. A lot of foreign uh, soldiers were captured. Some of them were of the giant race from the mountains. Uh, and in lieu of keeping them around to lift heavy stones, Keptcha would put them in the Colosseum and have them fight. And it wasn't like, oh, gladiator fight, yay. It was a very dark fight with magics that allowed the magicians and the wizards to kill, but they didn't use their power immediately. So there was a lot of torturous activity, to which Keptcha really seemed to enjoy it, whereas his wife did not. As the years continued, it just continued to get darker. Rumors of citizens being pulled off the street and thrown into the Colosseum were becoming more frequent, and it was clear that Keptcha had a real problem. During the last days of his reign, uh, there was an accusation that he levied against Zanir that she was having relations with the captain of the guards. Uh, the captain was allegedly a shapeshifter, and the two hit it off. Whether this was true or not, nobody really knows, but it drove Keptcha pretty much insane with anger, just like Signs. So, in the final days, it was decreed that the captain of the guards was to be arrested. Now, being a shapeshifter, this guy could turn into anything. So, as the guards failed to find the captain, Keptcha kept getting angrier and angrier and started executing the guards. The fall of Keptcha is rumored to have occurred within the palace by this rogue captain of the guards, the lycanthrope. And he was said to have disappeared. He either was destroyed during the fight with Keptcha or just walked away. Either way, nobody really knows. Keptcha was brought back to Urbasa. He was buried in the old tombs, because most of these tombs were of the old kings, and they had been looted over the years. But after Keptcha was entombed, strange sightings, strange events, strange noises were coming from the cliffside. And this concerned the people of Urbasa. At the time, Urbasa was a large town. And Mombasa will tell you it's a small village at this point in time, because the crypts are considered haunted. Uh, Werewolves,
What happened to his
shades.
wife?
She took over the reins of the kingdom
Okay.
until she was assassinated.
Okay.
Hence the begin of the fall of the Katang dynasty. A lot of inner turmoil took over. The various regents, the various nobles vied for control, and that's how it ended. And this was several hundred years ago. So
Was he the
Um,
last king buried there?
he is the only king, aside from the elder kings, buried in Urbasa. So prior to the Katang dynasty, there was another dynasty buried there. Those tombs have all been looted over the years, yada, yada, yada. Uh, Kepcha's is the only tomb that is unlooted because everybody's pretty sure his evil lich spirit resides there.
So was anybody buried there after him?
Uh, Mumbasa will answer that one, and he will say there was a time when a royal entourage came and inspected the tomb. Not everyone who arrived left.
Good to know.
This has the kids just freaking out.
I'm
So,
sure. I'm sure.
but Azik says, so if you go in there, you must be very careful. It
We
is time for
will.
some shut eye.
I
Eh,
asked Zeke, since he's a silk merchant, if he has like
Textile.
textile. Oh, okay. I thought it was a silk merchant. I was going to see if they had anything like a hijab or anything like a veil,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
that Zadar can pull over face in case of a face,
Sure.
quick change.
Yeah.
So, okay.
He'll even give you a deal. Half
Okay.
off.
I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
So,
Most of the other people are going back to their wagons. Clearly, that was enough excitement for the night. Mombasa has already stated first light, we shove off. So,
Well, I helped take first watch.
okay.
okay.
D20.
14.
Passes uneventfully. The moon rises high.
Zadar volunteer for the second watch.
Sure. D20.
18.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Third watch comes on. You are both relieved. Uh, First light, you can hear noises outside. If you're staying in the open, you'll hear the noises. If you're staying in your transformative hut, you will not. Uh, Both of you D20 to make sure you wake up in time.
Okay.
Oh, 3.
12.
Zadar wakes up and has to wake up Camille because she is
Okay.
just sawing wood. They are both
Wake up.
it is first light. You see
Sorry.
Mombasa coming up from the oasis with two full water skins, hands one over to his wife. She reaches underneath the veil and takes a sip. He looks around, nods to you guys, noticing that you have made it through the night. Heads out. Day two. You guys are making pretty good time on day two. Camille, roll a d20.
19.
Yeah, for some reason it's quite mild. The
Thank
sun
God.
sun's beating down on you, but there are no dust devils, no no travelers of any kind. Mombasa clearly understands where he's going, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. You guys can chit chat among the various people. Mombasa is always more than happy to talk to you, or you can talk to the others. Doesn't matter.
I want to go
Uh,
back and talk to the perfume dealer.
sure. What do you want to know?
Just what kind of perfumes they have and if they have any specialties and what they might be good for.
Uh, Keep the stink off.
Well,
He's not a
that's
potion dealer.
disappointing.
Oh man. Yeah, it's not like they're selling prestidigitation in a bottle.
Yeah, this is just something to mask the scent of travel.
Mm,
Ooh. Do you have any
Uh,
soap?
sure. They're like adventure scents. He's got like 60 different scents
Ooh.
on him. So,
What
there's
kind
all
of.
kinds of things.
I would like to have some soap.
Sure.
Uh, Irish Spring.
He has something made with coarse shamrocks.
Sure, I'll get some of that.
Sure. It smells minty. Irish mint.
Very fresh. pH fresh.
Zadar, what about you?
uh yeah, Zadar will see if they have something uh a little on the I don't lack of a better word, I guess the spicy side.
You mean alcohol?
No. Perfume or
No.
soap,
Oh, yeah,
soaps.
yeah. They've got some musky scents.
Okay, I guess sure.
Sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood. That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
Sure. Yeah, they'll have sandalwood.
Okay, I'll get some sandalwood. So,
As you guys are closing in on about the same time you closed in last night, you can tell that the guards are moving up, discussing something with Mombasa. And Mombasa is just straight ahead.
So are we coming to a halt?
Doesn't appear so. You can ask him.
Well, on my ostrich, I trot up and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
It is actually going very well. Thank you very much. We have made some excellent time. The gods be praised. Our travel has been without issue, and we are just 2 hours away from Urbasa.
Wow.
So I've decided that we will press on. We will arrive there just after nightfall, but I do not see any predators. I do not see any signs of issues. So ourselves, you are free to go ahead and make camp, but I'm going to push the wagon train forward, and we're going to be in Urbasa in just a few more hours.
Oh no,
We'll
well,
push forward.
yes.
You guys push forward, literally no problems,
What
none
the hell?
whatsoever.
That never
There's
happens
a
to us.
there's a cool breeze hitting you guys in the face, and you guys can smell salt air about an hour away. Uh, so the breeze is just wafting. You feel cooler. The sun is starting to set. So that's done. The cool air off the ocean is cooling off everybody. The entire wagon train is in a jovial mood. They have made excellent time, um, and are ahead of schedule. As you move closer towards your destination, you can see a sprinkling of lights. It's not going to be like the city,
Like
but
Las
you can,
Vegas.
yeah, yeah, but you can tell that you're coming up on a settlement. And as you do so, Mombasa has just this huge smile because he is very thrilled with his time. Uh, and the people start to come out of their huts or their adobe structures, their domiciles, and are happy to see the man of the town. So Mombasa's he's not a rock star, but everybody seems to like this guy,
Right.
including a very little old, tiny, wrinkly old lady
Oh,
who is carrying something underneath uh, a piece of cloth. Uh, so Mombasa spreads his arms, Mama, Mama, and she comes over and whoop, and she's made brownies.
ah,
Uh,
Oh.
and
Well,
he
it's not for us, it's for Mibasa, so
he waves to you two. Come up, please. Meet my mother, Milena.
is she
She
tall like him?
no, she is fucking half gnome.
Oh, so she's
Uh,
my size.
yes, very tiny. She has wrinkles in her wrinkles. She must be 4,000 years
A
old.
Sharpay.
Yeah, and she says something that you guys do not understand. And he kind of laughs it off, and he says something to her in the same dialect. So whatever language they're speaking, it must be regional because you guys are not picking up on it at all. Uh, what was Fazir steps away from the wagon, steps down, warmly hugs Mama. Mama is overjoyed to see both of them. As she and Mombasa discuss, she comes up to you guys, kiss, kiss, hug to both of you, and
Nice.
Aw.
offers you some brownies.
uh, I thank her and yeah, enthusiastically take one. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a con check.
Okay. Con. Con. Let's see. That'll be 14 for con.
6 plus 2, 8 for Camille. Uh, the brownies are good. You do not recognize the flavor very well.
Okay.
It's definitely foreign. It's got a grit to it, but you do not recognize the mixture. It's not bad.
Hmm.
It's just different than
Might
you'll
have
ever
used
have.
dates as a sweetener or something like that, or
Well, that's just it. They aren't super sweet at all.
hmm.
They just have a. They're just there. I mean, they aren't bad. They aren't good. It's
They're
just
just
there.
there. Okay.
And again, in the dialect, says something to Mubasa, and he looks at you and he says, Melina, my mother would like to know if you would break bread with us.
We'd be honored to break bread.
He turns to Melina, and obviously Melina's old school. I mean, so leads you in. The adobe structure that she lives in is modest. It is not ostentatious. It looks like every other structure in this small village. She herself uh, has some jewelry that you notice is probably pretty expensive. But other than that, she wears clothes that have been repaired. Nothing ostentatious or flashy. Um, the decor in her home, very Spartan, very basic. Uh, now, because Mombasa wears a lot of rings and his wife has a lot of jewelry, that these guys are pretty well to do. But for whatever reason, Melina leads a very simple life.
I ask her if I
Uh,
can help her prepare the meal.
Kate,
Oh, she
Uh,
doesn't speak the language.
I tell Mubasa to, can I help your mom?
oh no, you don't want to do that.
Why not?
She is very demanding, and you hear her. Hey, now, here, now, here. And he's like,
Oh, Frank.
and she wants me to do it. So
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
anything I can do to help you then?
you see Fazir pull down her face covering.
No.
Okay.
This extremely large man who has to hunch over at the domicile puts on a flowered apron and begins to assist his mother.
Oh, I like him even
Nice.
better now.
Yes, Fazir gets a bottle of wine and starts to pour it, goes over, hands it to Melina and Mufasa and or Mumbasa, and gives them something to drink, and then gives you two again. Crockery is the best term.
Right.
I mean, it's
I
just
don't judge.
yeah. She apparently has a disdain for wealth, but she seems very happy. There are some etchings. There are some paintings. Uh, Apparently, at one time she was married. You know, just from the general decor, appears to be a very happy home life. Dinner is
Right.
served a short time later. It is very good. You don't even have to roll. It doesn't taste at all like the brownies, but you notice that your joints are not nearly as sore as they were in the past several days.
She
You're
put weed
very.
in the stuff.
She put weed in the
Yeah,
brownies.
that's what I
Nice.
thought. When you
Um,
said grit, I was just like, I didn't want to go there, but there
yeah.
we
So
are.
so yeah, she gave you low dose weed brownies.
I'm good with that.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
dinner is a stew of some kind. Uh, you guys can inquire as to what it is.
No,
We're
that'd
better
just
off
be
not
rude.
knowing.
Yeah, Fazir would have stopped you short. But yeah, I mean, she and Mumbasa clean their plate. They pick up the plates afterwards. A mother looks at you two, looks at Zadar. says something to Mombasa, and it seems to catch him off guard. And
Does
there's
she
a
know?
there's a discussion of some kind, and you can tell that Fazir seems puzzled as to the actions of Mama. But you know, whatever is said between mother and son, and blah blah blah. Then she asks something else, and he asks if you would like to sleep on the couch here. These furnishings are probably not what you are used to, uh, but Mama is a very simple person and likes simple things in
Oh,
life.
well, I stop him and I say, I, I'm honored that your mother would do this for us, but I don't want to put her out at all. I
Not,
mean,
not, not, not no worries at all. He says something to her, and she pauses for a moment. Says something else, and he's like, "Well, she would like to invite you for breakfast."
oh well,
We'd be
that would be
honored.
amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, that's it for dinner. You've already
Okay.
had your weed brownies, so
Yeah, we're feeling good now.
yeah,
Can I go out and stare at the stars and pass out?
yeah, you cannot talk to Melina, so there's really nothing else. Uh,
I run up
uh,
to her and I give her a kiss on the cheek.
Very nice. She reciprocates, cheek, hug, and she's she has thrown out blankets on this short couch, and she shows Fazir to a back bedroom, and Mumbasa.
Has to sleep on the couch.
He has to sleep on the couch. So
Not in Mama's house.
yeah, Mama doesn't want any of that weird stuff going on.
Right.
Love shack. Um,
Yeah.
Well, good Lord, they're married. Does she want grandkids?
Whatever. So you guys go out, hang out under the stars. The wagon train is gone. They have gone to different places. Uh, if you look around long enough, you will find a couple of the wagons are huddled together because they don't have anybody in town that they're related to.
Mhm.
But the others seem to be parked in the driveway. So about
So,
half the wagon train lives here or has people who live here.
Gotcha.
so the people that are circled up, who are they? Have we talked to them before?
The perfume dealer and a Zeke, the textile dealer, both of them have children and wives.
So I guess we'll set up our hut and ask the people without anywhere to stay if they would like to stay with us.
Oh, thank you. We sleep on our wagon. It is our home away from home, and it is our home because we have none.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you felt safe.
We appreciate that. You are safe within this area. There nothing will come to harm you here.
You have no idea what we've lived through, but thank you.
Yeah, yeah. There is. They assure you 100%, without a doubt, nothing to fear here. Everything
Okay.
is fine.
So
Putting up the hut.
Zadar, yeah, we're putting up the hut. Zadar will have one eye open.
Sure. Perception checks that are.
Okay. Okay. That will be a 20, not natural.
You see Melina approaching you.
Oh,
She has two mugs, very basic mugs, no adornments. Just it's Melina. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You get the feeling that one's for you and one is for Camille.
I'll take the mugs and I'll thank her for it, and I'll make sure she sees that I give Camille hers and take mine and thank her.
Hot chocolate.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Uh,
Is it
she,
hot chocolate with weed? No, I'm just kidding.
nope. Some kind of white milky fat on top of it.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Marshmallow.
Nice.
Oh,
Camille, I see you drank it. Zadar, did you drink
Hells
it?
yeah.
uh, I'm gonna say yeah, but am I gonna regret it, Frank?
No rolls. Um,
Okay.
Molina watches, uh, continues to back away, and turns around and goes back into her house
Okay.
because this is sparsely populated, so
Hmm.
she can see a couple blocks away. The moon has risen over the coastline, and you guys are close enough. You can hear the sea crashing against the shore, but you don't see it.
Can we just live here?
I
So,
mean,
if you want to go over towards the edge, you are more than welcome to.
haunted cliffs. What's not to
I
like?
guess we better
Crypts.
check it out before bed.
Sure. Again,
Mhm.
the moon is not at its zenith. It is coming up and over uh, on the east, uh, hitting, casting a glow over the cliff, the town, uh, and you can see cliffs with some holes in them because it's like a bowl, like an not an L but a rounded L.
Mhm.
Uh, and as you get to the edge, you can see 300-400 feet below the waves crash onto the shore. It's a very pleasing sound, smell of salt air. Uh, Nothing in the sky. It's just a beautiful night, full moon, uh, just pretty. Then you hear a screech
Oh dear.
Okay.
coming from over there
Over
by the caves.
by the caves. Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well,
I think we just need to sit and watch.
yeah, yeah.
Sure. About a half hour later, the screech occurs again. Nothing in the sky. Nobody moving around behind you.
So, does it sound like a human screech or an animal screech?
Unworldly screech.
Yeah, it's faint because it's in the caves about halfway down. And if you hadn't come up to the edge, you most likely wouldn't have heard it at all. It sounds wounded animal kind of screech, maybe. But I mean, turning around, the moonlight bathes Urbasa. Fucking nothing moving. There's no
Right.
coyotes. It's just very serene.
I tell Camille is because of all the talk of lycanthropes and all that, I'm a little leery about the full moon around here. We already had, you know, what was it, Rodrigo or whatever?
Rodrigo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a dealing with that, and we were lucky we were able to outrun them. You know,
So, perhaps we ought to retire for the
perhaps
evening?
I would I would think so.
Okay.
You and your animals will be safe within the domicile. Do you wish to have guards anyway? I mean,
I mean, if
Yeah,
we're in our little
Zadar
hut.
Zadar will take a watch in the hut, because I'd
sure.
be able to see out of it, right? Or
You can see opaquely outside of it.
okay.
Nobody can see in. Uh, Maybe a jackrabbit. I mean, really, this place is about as safe as you've ever felt. Uh, the moonlight is high in the sky. You know, maybe some critters are moving
Mhm.
around, but I mean, really, nothing. No sound. Of course, you're inside the domicile, so that's not going to help.
Right.
Uh, no White Walkers, no zombies, no ghouls moving about. Literally, you get bored
Okay.
stand and watch. The animals that you have, the ostrich and the llama, fucking sound asleep.
Stallion.
Stallion, that's right.
Yeah.
Sound asleep. I
Okay.
mean,
Well, I'm snuggled up on the ostrich sleeping then.
yeah, I mean, Camille's just sawing wood. There is nothing going on here.
You're just determined that I'm snoring.
So, morning dawns anew. Day
Okay.
three. It goes fast because you guys got in late. But other than that, um, you know, you wake up. You can look outside the hut before it dissipates. People are milling about. Some of them have fishing rods. Some of them
Mhm.
have, whatever.
Right.
Some of them are tending to the fields. There are vineyards here. Now that you get a look around, this is like a small farming community. There are a lot
Okay.
of old buildings that are decrepit uh,
Hmm.
and clearly not occupied. But for the most part, this is a very small, simple village. Uh, you can see Mufasa is helping pick fruit from trees or olives from trees or whatever. People are milling about. Fazir is not wearing her face covering. She
Hmm.
is dressed in workers' clothes. She is got this weird netting over her head,
Hmm.
and she is headed out into the fields to the east.
Okay. It's kind of like a mosquito netting or something like that. Or
Yeah, kind of.
okay. And
Uh,
she's headed to the fields.
yeah,
Okay.
they're a large conical
That's what I
formation
was going to
out in the
inquire
fields.
about. Okay. Okay. I'm curious. I'll ask her if I could follow from a distance. I think I understand what they call it. God, uh, bee thing is an apiary, right, or something like that.
I
So
think so.
whatever bee curation is.
Uh,
So
she she will ask that you stay far behind
okay.
because they can become quite aggressive.
Hmm. Oh,
Uh,
I
but,
understand.
but she goes out. There's three or four of them, and she goes out and harvests. I mean, she's getting dirty. I mean, this is not
Okay.
some princess. She she pulls her weight. People are milling all over when they see you guys. They hail you. Some of them hail you in the common tongue. Older individuals talk to you like Molina did.
Okay.
So you aren't really sure what the dialect is.
Right.
Uh, but there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll inquire to find out if there is anybody that could actually look after our animals while we explore the crypts and the cliffs. If we could board our animals within the village.
Uh, D12 against me.
Okay. Because I take it the cliffs and the crypts are all within walking distance, right?
Oh yeah.
You said a D12?
Yep.
That would be a 10.
10 as well. They don't have stables here,
Oh,
but they've
okay.
got some children who, if the animals are not dangerous, would happily take care of them, especially the ostrich.
Um, yeah, I'll bring that up to Camille, saying that the animals may be safer here.
I agree.
Okay, so
Uh,
so
so
yeah,
yeah, a
we'll we'll
bev-
we'll pay some children to watch our animals and all that.
yeah, a pack of children come over because they are deeply curious, and they have not seen a horse, so
Oh, okay.
they know what it is. They've just never seen one because Mubasa doesn't deal with them. He deals with oxen and camels. So the kids are all very intrigued by the animals. At least one adult will be present as well to make sure they don't get trampled or piss one of the animals off. Uh, Mubasa and his mom come in out of the fields, as does Hazir, and uh, Mubasa says that mom's ready to make breakfast.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we thank them, and yeah, we'll join them. Uh,
She has big fucking eggs, not ostrich size eggs, but
but big.
big eggs. And they're speckled with blue speckling.
Giant
Um,
robins.
well, no, because it's not. It's just speckled blue. It's not
Mm.
all blue, but whatever it is kind of big. I mean, it's the size of her fist.
Oh wow.
So, but she cracks them open. She asks, and Mufasa relays to you, do you like them messed up or straight out?
Ooh, messed up.
Messed up. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she just whisks the shit out of it. You guys have breakfast. It is very good. Zidar, she's really paying attention to you.
She knows
Oh,
what you
okay.
are.
Yeah, I got a feeling she does. So, yeah, I'm playing it cool. You know,
Okay.
um,
Uh,
I'm
Do
I'm a
I
little
notice it
nervous
all?
eating food, but I'll
food's great.
I'll take
Yeah,
it anyway.
But
food's
Yeah.
delicious.
do I notice her extra attention on Zadar?
Oh yeah, it's painfully obvious.
So I ask, well, I ask Mufasa. I'm not like, um, what's up with your mom and my friend here? It's fine. Be honest. I won't get upset.
Oh, I will. um,
Is it the red hair?
Is it the cleavage?
she is curious if she, Zadar, is of Catanian blood.
Ah.
um, I hmm, I tell her I tell Mufasa I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm not from here for sure.
Uh,
I've traveled a long way to be here.
Melina then just verbally vomits, and you can tell there's something bothering her. And Mumbasa's nodding, 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 trying to get her under control, and says, "My mother would like to know why you are intent on going into the crypts. Please know that I have not told her that that's what you are going to do. I'm not sure why she is under the impression, but my mother is old and knows things.
Hmm.
Does she
Uh,
drink too?
She's Petra Dinklage.
no, no. I tell her I thank her for her concern, and I just I'm just be honest. It's just like business with the Pasha to explore the cave.
And I
He
tell, I interject and say, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the fact that we need to help our friend.
Yeah, we're doing this to help a friend
he blah blah blah
and
blah 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 blah
myself.
blah 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 blah. Uh, and she stamps her foot. Something is bothering her. And you can tell this puts Mombasa in a little bit of an uncomfortable position. Mama gets up from the table and stomps away.
Oh no.
And he is apologetic, but he's still straightforward. He's like,
Mhm.
uh, my mother is concerned of anyone, especially my friends, going to this area. You'll have to excuse her. Uh, she has grown up here all her life, and she always stressed to me that there is nothing but great danger there. So she is concerned. A moment later, Melina comes forward with a small teakwood box, and she's pointing at you, pointing at Camille, pointing at her son, and he's kind of now puzzled. And you can see Fazir just kind of watching how this is going to play out. Um, uh,
Mom wears the pants, huh?
he responds to his mom, and she says something to him, and he turns around and he says, "My mother would like to give you something to borrow, if that is all right."
Um, sure. I mean, if it's something, yeah, that she believes will protect us or aid us, yes.
Uh, he conveys that to her, and she opens up the teakwood box, and there are two greenish copper amulets on copper chain. Uh, they do not look impressive at all. They are old, they are dinged up. There is no stone. Uh, and the pendant or the amulet on each one is just this weird sigil that neither one of you recognize. Um, it is cheap costume jewelry in your eyes. And he's a little embarrassed, and he's like, "My mother would like for you to wear these amulets when you go into the tomb. She feels that your foolishness may get the best of you, and maybe this will help."
And I grab
Uh,
his arm and I say, despite what we may think, sometimes our grandmothers know more than we could ever hope.
She's my mom.
Well, you know what I mean.
Um,
I tell him it's just like I mean, for her concern, yes, we will definitely wear these.
he relays that, and she holds out the box. There are two different sigils. One is a French 7 with the slash through it,
Hmm.
and the other one is a cockeyed division symbol with a straight bar and two dots attached to the bar.
Does she point like which is which for who, or
Nope.
nope? Okay.
Decision time. Somebody gets a 7, somebody gets a division.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Camille, how are you feeling?
I'll take the division.
Okay. Then I'll take the 7.
Huh. You guys put them on?
Yep.
Yep.
Zadar, you feel tingly.
Like I did when I took that potion.
Not so much.
Okay. All right. So I don't have to worry about breaking into a psychosis or going catatonic, huh?
Oh boy.
Oh.
You can worry about whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
Um, she closes the lid to the box, says something to Mufasa or Mombasa. She's like, makes all these weird holy symbols and starts spitting around her. Goes off into her room, and you can hear flint on steel, and there's a pale green
Smoke.
glow
Oh
coming out
dear
of her
lord.
room. She's lighting candles.
Oh, okay. Um,
He's like, I appreciate you uh, putting up with mom. She can be somewhat difficult. Uh,
what is
No.
it that she believes
I tell
that
him
about this?
she knows more than you think she does, and I appreciate her efforts and tell her no matter what happens. Well, no, wait. Tell her the only reason that we're doing this is because of our friend. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this, and we appreciate her assistance.
he asks with some hesitancy if you would like for him to go with you.
Well, I would, but I'm not going to ask that because you have a
No, we
family.
are not going to
No.
ask.
Okay, the tomb that you seek is over there. Should take you 20 minutes, but do you have climbing gear?
Yes, we do.
Okay. You will have to rappel down the cliff. There is no entrance. You will pass two tiers uh, of pathways. I do not know if the pathways are intertwined. I do know that the first two tiers are of the old kingdom. The third tier, there are a few tombs there, one of which is Keptcha, but I do not know which one it is.
The
Mm.
only thing I would ask is if you could kind of like just listen. So maybe if we get out but still need help, you could be like, "Oh, look, their legs broken. I'm gonna swoop in and save them."
uh, he chuckles at the mental image and says, "I will have my guards stand along the ridgeline. They will not go down,
Nope, that's fine.
but they will come tell me if there is a problem."
I appreciate that.
Okay, uh, there you go.
Okay.
It's early morning, probably 9ish. Beautiful day. Breeze coming in
It's a
off
good
the
day to
ocean.
die.
Yeah, it's a very good day to die.
Okay.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Okay. So I guess
Let's
yeah, let's do this.
let's do this. Kick this pig.
Yep. And we'll set up our climbing gear. We'll make the journey 20 minutes and
You get to the lip. It's just like the Grand Canyon. So as you get there, you can
Holy
see.
shit, there should be a rail here.
Maybe in a few years. You can see, as he pointed out, there are two tiers and then one a little bit deeper down. The first tier is probably at the 75-foot mark, then one at the 150, and then one maybe 300. So it's going to be a climb,
Mhm.
but from what you can tell, there are mountain goats that move on ledges no bigger than your finger.
Are there babies?
Not in this area.
Uh,
Um, there is some foliage that stick out from the cliffside. Erosion clearly opens it up so the root system from the grasses above can be spotted. And that's mainly what these athletic goats feast upon. Some of them have small patches of flowers.
Aw.
Um, it's actually very pretty, except for the gaping, looming black holes in the side of this cliff.
And the
Uh,
sheer verticality.
yeah, it's a pretty bad drop. So if any of you had vertigo, you would be hating life.
Hey,
Uh,
is it R?
yes,
We have rings of featherfall.
that we do. That we do.
Just throwing that out there.
Um, they're only good for once a day. Is that correct, Frank? The featherfall
correct.
rings. Okay. Um, but there are different tiers that we have to descend. So I mean, we have the featherfall. If we fall, I think we're good as long as we have those.
Yeah, you'll just crash upon the rocks at the bottom where the waves hit you.
Oh,
Right.
that okay. That totally goes against the concept of featherfall.
No, feather fall doesn't hurt you in the in between. The bottom is not my problem. Now, keep in mind that
okay.
some of the villagers, there is a path leading down,
Ah.
Okay.
and they go out and throw nets and fish.
Okay.
So if you were to land in the water, you could always potentially swim over.
Oh, you're saying the crashing waves and rocks are the
Yeah,
problem. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah. No,
Gotcha.
you'll float down, but as soon as that wave comes in, it's gonna slam you into sharp rocks.
Okay.
That's
Got
not
it.
going to be the fall that hurts you.
Nope. Okay.
So as you beeline this thing out,
Yeah.
the 75 foot has 9 cave openings
Hmm.
9 cave openings, huh?
on the 75-foot mark.
Okay. And
Uh,
we don't know which one of these are Kepchas, right?
he has told you that the third tier is Kepchas. There are 6 at the 150 mark.
Okay.
We just need to drop down to Keptcha's.
Yeah.
And there are 4 at the 300 mark.
Okay. We're gonna probably have to go for the 300 mark because that's where the royal or whatever Kepcha's crypt would
How
be.
many feet of rope did you buy?
Well, we bought 2 sets, so that's
200.
200 feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Well, from tier 2 down, I mean, where we have enough, we'd be able to like
Yeah, you'd
to
have 50 feet over.
okay. Okay. All right. Um, yeah, we'll do that. We'll start to make our descent tiered, and then you said we got 50 feet left over or something like that
From the 300 or from the 150 mark.
from the 150 mark. Okay.
So you have to get 150 feet down to start.
Okay. And we have enough rope to at least do that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. We'll we'll do that then.
Now, are you both going to climb down?
Or I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I guess well, Zadar is the heaviest out of me and Camille.
So how many
So,
feet are we talking?
You have 200 feet of rope.
Right?
You'll have to get down to the 150 mark.
okay.
From the 150 mark, you'll get to the 300.
Okay.
So
Okay.
2 150s. So
Okay.
one of you should likely stay on top and
Mhm.
unhook the rope and then go down
Okay.
because you're going to need to reuse the rope.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll do that.
Okay. Who's
So,
staying up and who's climbing down?
uh, Camille, do you want to go down first or do you want me to go down first? I mean, I'm good either way,
I mean,
but
I'm small, but I'm not sure what's going to be the best option here.
Essentially, the first person is going to climb down, which will be a roll. The second person will unhook the rope once the first person gets down to that 150 mark, and they'll have to and hope their feather fall kicks in, float down to the 150 mark, where it will all have to happen again. But the other person will have to jump down because you can only
right,
use the feather
because
fall
fall
once.
ring once. Right. Okay. Um, yeah, why don't I'll I'm the most agile out of us, so I will go down first and you will do the feather fall.
Sure.
If that's the correct way
Sure.
to do it.
That
Give me
works.
D20.
Okay. Am I using dex modifiers or anything like that, or just straight up D20?
Straight up D20.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, he shimmies down the rope 150 feet. Birds are present, uh, not raptors or anything,
Thank
but
God.
birds living in the sides and the crevices of the cliffs. Every once in a while, they're chased off by the goats. You get down to the 150 mark successfully. You can now fire in some pitons,
Mhm.
tie off the rope, and call for Camille to come on down.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and uh, yeah, secure the pitons and come on down. You're the next contestant.
Camille, you want to just drop off?
Sure.
Give me the D20.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
8.
Uh,
Oh.
as you go down, it doesn't kick in immediately, so that gives you kind of a start. Uh, but
It's like,
then
oh.
then you are just caught on the currents. You can feel the breeze, and while it should be slamming you into the cliff, it is not.
Thank
Zadar,
God.
you can reach out and grab her and haul her
Yeah,
over.
Zadar will do that and bring her
Thank
over.
you.
Camille, you can climb down the rope at this point in time, and then Zadar will have to do the floaty down. So both of you give me straight up d20s.
Okay.
11.
Zadar. Oh, you get slammed into the wall
Oh, okay.
pretty hard.
Oh, how much do I take?
9 hit points of damage
Oh, that hurts. Okay.
as you hit a crag. Uh,
Uh,
you
And a goat
are
pees on you.
that's all right.
thanks.
Uh, you land in between caves 2 and 3. There are 4 caves here. Somebody roll a d4 against me so that we know which one is Kepcha's.
Okay. Just a D4, right? New D4. 3.
Okay. As Zadar lands a little bit bloody, you land between 2 and 3. Zadar seems to believe that going to the left there is probably the best answer.
I mean, if Camille concurs, that's Zadar's hypothesis there.
That's
So,
fine.
okay.
Uh, you get to cave 3. It's not a wide path, but it's wide enough that you aren't going to feel like death is looming. Although the air currents seem to whip around here a lot. Cave 3 has a shattered door on it.
Okay. Zadar will try to manipulate the door to get move whatever is there out of the way to get
Uh,
into.
there's a lot of spider webs in here. There's a lot of debris, a lot of damage. It appears as though this tomb has been looted. It is a simple 2-room tomb. The first room has uh, carved out sections in the cave wall where bodies may or may not have been. You see some scraps of old cloth. The back room has a spot, uh, 2 stone slabs, presumably where people were. There's a pretty heavy coating of dust in here. So whoever looted the tomb did it a while back.
Okay. Um, I guess it still wouldn't hurt to explore it. I mean, we can see the 2 rooms, right? Like
Yeah.
clearly. I mean, okay.
Oh yeah.
Zadar is gonna cast detect magic.
Sure. Nothing.
Okay. All right. So I don't see anything in the first room. I guess we'll make our way to the second room, I guess.
Yeah. Some faded painting, wall paintings. Can't make it out. Two
Okay.
empty stone slabs. Some broken pottery. Other than
That's
that,
about it.
yeah.
Okay. All right. My spidey senses and tingling with magic, so yeah, we'll move on to, I guess, out of the tomb. I'll do a check. I'll check for like any, can I do like an investigation, see if there's like any traps, triggers, secret door, anything?
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Investigation. Let's see. That would be 16 plus 8. So
Yeah, nothing.
nothing.
Yep. Give me 2d6s. I'll take the higher amount.
Okay. I rolled a 6 and a 3, so 6.
You spend 1 hour here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. I can figure this out, Camille.
No.
I'm intrigued by this painting. I think I can figure it out.
So
So,
your first tomb delve gives
nothing.
bupkis.
Okay. All right.
And what level
So,
are we at?
You are on the third level, cave 3.
Okay.
so shall we try cave 4?
Yes.
Cave 4 has no door. It's got a lot of bird droppings and a lot of grass, like nests. Like this is a favorite nesting spot. Each of these caves is completely dark, of course. As you walk in, it kind of resembles the first one, only instead of just one room in a single hallway, it's one room and two separate hallways.
Okay. Um, what's our light like in the room? Will we need torches, or I mean,
You would need torches the deeper you go in.
Okay.
The initial cave is not decently lit, but there is some ambient light from outside. You
Okay.
can hear the seagulls chirping away outside as well.
Okay.
Mine.
We'll
Mine.
mine mine. We'll make our way in as far as we can without the assistance of light, and then Zadar will cast dancing lights.
Okay.
So 4 torch size orbs will go out consecutively. I think so many feet apart, and yeah.
This cave is similar to the initial cave. There are niches cut into the wall, parts of mummies lying around, like it was robbed. Both of you give me perception checks.
Okay.
16.
Perception. Perception is, let's see, 17.
You both hear noises coming down the right passage.
Okay. We'll take out interest to the right passage then.
Okay. The dancing lights are floating around. There's a shape near the end of this passageway.
What kind of shape? Organic, inorganic?
You aren't sure, but it begins to charge. Initiative.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, big one. 18.
Ooh.
Dear God, 6.
Net 20 plus 4, 24.
Zadar, a shape is charging towards you. I
Okay.
assume you're first.
Yes, I am
Okay.
first. Let's see. Okay. With that, something is coming forward at a large, I mean, at a fast pace. So, yeah, I am gonna fire a firebolt at it.
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna roll to hit. Let's see. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does hit.
Okay. And it's gonna take 17 points of fire damage.
The large figure falls to the ground and slides to your feet. You have now killed one of the goats.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Oh, well, hey, we have goat for the village
You're an
now.
asshole.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
The sound of baby goats can
Oh,
be heard
he's gonna make it.
No.
He's gonna make it worse. Thanks. Thanks for
You're welcome.
At least it's
Glad you
Oh,
not
did.
11 minutes of goats.
That's right.
yeah, yeah.
Do you want to
Okay.
go deeper in and check on the goats?
Uh,
Earn the
if
ire of more of them?
feeling bad, well, uh, do you want to check on the goats?
I don't know.
I mean, if I was a cleric, I would write this, but I'm not.
You killed the
Sorry,
you
something
killed
comes
the
running at,
We
at us.
killed goats! They
you
were.
killed the father goat.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was so easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
My husband's an asshole.
I didn't shoot the
No,
fucking goat.
Zadar killed the poor creature. So okay. I'll I'll err on the side of caution next time. So
Good, the giant spiders can kill you next time.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, what do you want to do? I mean, you're in this past.
I tell her this. I said, look, we finished the mission or whatever, we can come back and we can save the baby goats. So I mean, if
Fine.
that's to your liking,
Yes, of
okay.
course, we have to save them.
Okay.
D6 Camille this time.
4.
You spent 40 minutes in here bitching about the goat.
Oh, great. Oh,
Well, it was sad.
I give Camille a hug, a consoler for the goat.
Thank
Sorry, we
you.
killed the goat.
Fuck off, you bastard. Uh, that is caves 3 and 4.
Okay. How far away is caves 1 and 2? Exit stage left. Okay.
As you go by, you can see from this vantage point, some of the fishermen are down, wading out into the surf. You see several goats moving up and around. See some birds. You see your rope that is still dangling there. So that's not been fucked with. So you're in good shape there. You come to cave 2.
Okay. Cave 2. Well, yeah. Cave 2, how does it look on the outside? Is there a door? Is there anything?
There's a wooden door banded in metal.
Okay. Does it look secure? Does it look solid?
Looks very solid.
Okay. Zadar is going to do an investigation check and check for traps or to see if this is there a locking mechanism on it?
There is a lock.
Is it locked?
Yes.
Okay.
Hinges
Uh,
are on the outside, so it opens out.
it opens out. Okay. Um, yeah, since it's locked, Zadar's gonna attempt to open the lock.
Set it on
Yeah.
fire.
No, no need for that.
Yeah, so you
So
can barbecue the goats inside.
yeah,
Oh, shut up.
exactly. All right. Skills for the bills. All right. Sleight of hand check. How do we want to do this to open the lock?
Sleight of hand is fine.
Okay. Um, rolled a natural 20 plus 8, 28.
Okay. Yeah, you unlock it.
Okay. Investigation track check, no signs of traps or anything like that around it.
Reroll.
Okay. And 16 plus 8.
Doesn't appear to be any traps.
Okay. All right. I tell Camille the door looks safe, so we'll go ahead and we'll try it. So
Okay.
As you open up the door, it opens out, of course. A putrid odor comes out, as well as a plume of dust. Inside, about 6 feet, it looks like there's been a cave in. There are two mummies caught in the debris area, but this whole cave maybe looked like the others, but it's just chock full of rocks now.
Okay, we need
Okay.
to set this on fire.
The you talking about the mummies and
Yes,
all that? Okay, Pyro.
just to be on the safe side.
Have at it. I'll open the door and step aside.
Do I have fire?
I'm sure you do in your
I'm sure
pack.
you do. You're a wizard.
You probably have flint and steel if you just want to do it the old fashioned
I
Yeah,
way.
mean,
let's do
I
that.
could firebolt it. I mean, that's
No, we don't want to do that.
okay.
Yeah, you light them on. Toxic smoke rises off of these two things. Both of you give me constitution checks.
Ugh,
Should have known he's gonna make us pay for that.
11.
Zadar rolls 17.
It stinks. You choke and cough a bit, but none of you seem to be having issues. Only one cave left.
Okay.
Gotta be
We'll,
Keptcha.
we'll go for door number one.
It was two. Door number one looks a lot like door number two.
Okay.
Banded. It opens in.
Okay, that opens in. Okay. I'm gonna check for the locks and the and traps.
Okay.
So I'm gonna investigate first for a trap.
Sure.
Okay. 17 for the investigation.
Looks fine.
Okay, and I'm gonna sleight a hand to open the lock. And with that, I got a come on, D&D Beyond. Got an 18 on that.
Yeah, it opens.
10 plus 8. Okay. All right. So seems okay, Camille. So I'll go ahead and open the door.
Another large plume of smelly dust pours out, as does a horde of bats.
Ah!
Duck.
I will need dexterity from both of you.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
The Goonies rabies moment.
Oh no. Rabies. Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay. 19 for Zadar.
15.
Both of you managed to duck and cover appropriately. The colony of bats exits rather rapidly. There's a lot of bat guano in this room.
Of course.
It is a rectangular room, maybe 50 by 30. It is dark, and there are stairs leading down into it.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights. And yeah, and use the lights to make our way in. Watch out for the guano.
As you descend about 10 feet down into a room. This room has carved stone as its floor. The walls have been chiseled, and a lot of the mosaics, or I'm sorry, a lot of the murals in here are covered in bat shit, but you can still see flakes of color still present. As you look forward and to the left, there is a pool of water and a constant drip, drip, drip. But the water pool doesn't seem to grow. Over to right ahead and due right are two doors, wooden, covered in sigils.
Okay.
Do we recognize the sigils?
You do not.
Okay. Doesn't match any of our sigils that we're wearing, huh?
Does not.
Okay. I'm going to do an investigation check on the tiles of the floor. I've seen Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Okay.
Heavy dust, heavy bat guano.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. 10 plus 8, 18.
You find small bones, phalange bones.
Oh, that's not good. I'll point that out to Camille. Now, does it look like there's any variation uh in the stone? Like light stone, dark stone, light stone, dark stone.
No chest set.
No chest set. Okay. All right. Okay, I just tell Camille, let's be alert and make our way cautiously towards the doors.
Directly right, forward right.
Uh, I'll leave that to Camille. Which way
Mm,
would you like to go? Immediate right or forward right?
forward right.
Okay, forward right it is.
It is unlocked.
Okay, that's concerning. All right.
And it is covered in sigils.
Okay.
Both
Uh,
doors are covered in sigils.
Zadar again will cast Detect Magic. Do I see anything?
Now, do you lose dancing lights when you do that?
It's a cantrip, but I
Okay,
can
so
recast it. Yeah.
so no, you're fine. Uh no, no magic.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah, I guess we'll open the door and take a look inside.
This room is also rectangular. Straight ahead is a small sculpture of some kind, maybe a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Directly right in front of a door is another sculpture or statue. Uh, and then if you button hook around, it looks like you can go into the room of the door to the far right from the previous room. But as the dancing lights moves about, black blobs the size of Zadar's fist rise up
Ah,
and blink open. It's like floating eyeballs.
oh no.
What does that
Okay.
mean?
And they are moving towards you. So
Um,
there are 21 of them.
oh
21
no.
eyeballs?
21 eyeballs. That's a lot of eyeballs.
Initiative.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. All right. Mm-mm-mm.
16.
Initiative. All right. Initiative is 13.
Camille, what do you want to do? 21 eyeballs.
And they're directly in front of me?
Mm-hmm.
They're swarming you.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's a semicircle. They're coming right for you.
They're coming right at us.
Okay, I want to do pulse wave.
Nice.
Ooh. Okay.
Underground in an old crypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Uh, what do I need to do?
Uh,
Sorry, my eyes are failing.
Let me pull it up. I think it just does damage. I might get a
I
saving
think
throw.
so.
Oh, that's an interesting roll. Oh, using the third level spell already. Self 30-foot cone. Each creature in the cone must make a con save or take 66 force damage. Okay, roll 66.
That should be a herd of baby goats. Not that cruel.
Okay, so that was 4. Are you counting?
Counting 4.
4. Six and what's 6 and 3? 9 and 8.
Okay. Uh, both of you perception check.
Oh Lord. 18.
Let's see. Perception. Uh, perception. Oh, not good. 11.
Okay, you shield yourself as she casts Pulse Wave. As you cast the Pulse Wave, you notice the rivulets of time and space go right through the eyeballs, but the door behind you just glows brightly. Zadar, you're up.
Okay. Wow. All right. And you said the doors behind us, the sigils are glowing
Nope,
brightly.
you don't see shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
I
got an 11. You don't know that.
okay. The eyeballs are still heading towards us.
Oh, yeah, they are going to bum rush your ass.
Okay. Uh, hmm. Gonna try to take as many as I can, I guess. And yeah, with that, Zadar is gonna cast Magic Missile. Uh, I'm gonna upcast it,
Mhm.
uh, and get 4 missiles.
Is that second or third level?
That's second level.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Ah. Okay, the first missile hits for 2 points. The second missile hits for 3 points. And the third missile hits for 3 points. Sorry, 4 missiles. One more. 5 points on that one.
Perception check, both of you.
Okay. And with that, I was like trying to aim for whatever I could.
10.
Perception. That is 14 for Zadar.
This time, Zadar notices that the sigils on the door glow brightly. Camille does not. You also notice that your magic missiles straight through. The black eyeballs descend upon you. Let's see. Odd gets the odd even. This is for who gets the extra eyeball. Odd, Camille, you have 11 coming at you. Zadar, you have 10 coming at you. A screech pierces the air as the eyeballs just bum rush you and then dissipate immediately. Uh, your amulets, those cheap copper amulets,
Mm-hmm.
are glowing brightly.
Those are
Oh.
Avon amulets. God damn it.
What's the other one? Not service merchandise.
Oh.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that. Uh,
Yeah, that.
there are no longer
Okay.
21 eyeballs. They're just gone. The sigils on the door
Nice.
fade.
Okay. Uh, so is there more room to venture inside now?
Yeah. This room is 50 by 30 again.
Mhm.
Statue high left, straight right, door behind the statue. There's also the room that you didn't choose before.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the statue, the one on the right.
One on the right in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's hard to describe it as a humanoid figure, but with the head of essentially a beehive, only with multiple eyes on it.
Yeah.
That's odd. It's something I have not would have imagined. So, okay, and there's a door right next to it, correct?
Door behind it.
So a
Behind it.
bee with
Okay.
multiple eyes?
No, it is. It's like a human figure. If you think of an Egyptian god,
Mm-hmm.
like Anubis, instead of the dog head, it's got a beehive on top of it with eyeballs.
Oh,
What was that
Um,
picture I showed you from the internet? The vase?
yes.
Yeah.
so it could be the related to the eyeballs that just came out after us. So, okay. I'm gonna check the door behind it.
It is covered in sigils as well. It is a stone door.
Okay. Um, does it appear that it can be pushed, pulled, or a mechanism to open it?
Push.
Push. Should I give it a push? Let me see what's inside. Camille?
Give it a shot.
Okay. Zadar will give it a shot.
With a loud grinding noise, stone on stone. Uh, oh, and there's also a door next to the statue that was straight left that I just noticed. My apologies.
Okay.
But the stone door grinds open. There is a musty smell. And that is where we will stop for the night because I know what is
Oh,
beyond it.
because you know what's beyond it, huh?
Mhm.
And that's going to require more time, folks.
Yep. So, David, you managed to cross the desert with no entanglements.
Yeah,
Met a little old lady,
yeah.
and
She's leery about Zadar, though, and asked if I had Katang blood. And Zadar doesn't know what their origin is originally.
well, she does. She knows who you are.
But the Katangians or the Katang, I mean, are they changelings or are they lycanthropes?
You do not know.
Okay.
Well, you don't know.
Okay.
So, did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. I did. I'm just curious if changelings are being lumped in with lycanthropes and that whatever magic that affects the lycanthropes is affecting the changelings too, because we can shape shift, I guess. I
Well, you
don't
haven't
know.
shape shifted yet.
Okay.
You maintained your form.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm a little leery too, since yeah, that shapeshifter potion sent me catatonic. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Carrie, what'd you think?
Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry about the goat, Carrie.
Oh, it's okay. I get it.
I knew somebody would kill the goat. I knew
Oh,
it.
and you just did that on purpose.
Pretty much.
That's his job.
You
You
don't
didn't have to kill the goat.
you don't have to put the goat out to be killed.
I told you there were goats, and everybody was
We
all
did. I knew we
happy
were going
go
to run
lucky.
into a goat, but I didn't think it was a goat. Yeah.
Anyway, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Yes, I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued too. I'm intrigued by the statue.
Yeah, this is a small crypt.
This is a small crypt.
This
Okay.
is a small crypt. There's only 10 areas of exploration in this one.
Okay. Now the upper levels, are the crypts like interconnected? Is it like within a catacomb system or something like that on that tier or
You didn't check.
didn't check, so you're not gonna
Yep.
give that away.
Not
So
going to give it away.
okay.
It's keep on the borderlands is what it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
But
no,
yeah, I'm not completely familiar with that, but you know, so but I know Scott is.
yeah, it is one of the single greatest scenarios, mostly because it was free, but
Yeah,
it holds the test of time.
yeah.
Folks, this has been Cacophony. We're ending early because I know what's behind door number 2, and that would take us an elongated time. I we hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Take a look at our Discord channel. Take a look at our RPG swag shit. If you're in the mood for new math rocks, hit up at Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter. If your game stinks and you want it to make it smell a whole lot better or worse, possibly, oddfishgames.com has over 60 adventure scents for your nasal intrigue.
Your nasal pleasure.
They also make something called the Shine System. So if you want to write gooder than me, check out their Shine System. And as always, if you want to be on the show, like Saturday's One Shot, mhobo Inc., Twitter or Gmail, hit us up. We will try and get you on. Next Tuesday is the talk show, but it is Socium. So you'll see Dave and I again. Saturday is a one shot, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tune in then. Folks, we hope you enjoyed yourself. I know we did, especially since David is a merciless goat killer.
I'm a goat killer.
Let's go ahead and give him a big kiss and wave and say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. Are we muted? We aren't muted, folks. Good night.
Yeah, we're not muted. Good night.